Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the coin and welcome to your latest Chelsea news. You're thinking, looking at this picture on the screen, Miz, who is this? Who is this player? Well, let me tell you something. I've got no idea who this player is. All I know, he's 19 years old. So that's the most important factor here. It's yet another kid that we're linked with. And some of you guys might be thinking off the back of watching this, that Miz, come on, we shouldn't pay attention to every rumor out there. Oh, please. But wait, we should be, because if you look at the history since our owners have taken over, since these directors have come in, doing business with kids is a very normal attitude at Chelsea Football Club. In fact, that is the most viable attitude. That is the most common attitude at Chelsea Football Club. So whenever you see rumors that we're linked with a kid, you probably should be taking that far more seriously than any other rumors for a serious target. Whenever you see news in regards to Nico Williams, don't pay any attention to that. When you see us getting linked to kids, no-namers, we've got no idea who they are, I think that's probably more likely to happen. So we've got the news about this Real Betis player. I believe he's here. That looks like a Real Betis jersey. His name goes by Jesus or Jesus Rodriguez. Let me know. Maybe it's Jesus Rodriguez. Whether you're Spanish or Brazilian, maybe it is Jesus. And then we've got news in regards to Petrovic, ladies and gentlemen. Do not go anywhere. We need to unpack, study what has happened with this Petrovic news and why this has gone so south. So we need to talk about Petrovic. There's Joel Hato from Ajax that we're linked with. Club World Cup squad has been announced. There's a lot that is there to get through. You guys are going to enjoy this news video and be supremely up to date to what has happened at Chelsea Football Club. So without any further ado, let's kick things on. Now, first up, ladies and gentlemen, this news coming from Mail Sport. Now, Mail Sport, how much do you want to take them seriously? But look, as I said, when it comes to youth talent, you better take it somewhat seriously. So Mail Sport, coming from this particular individual named Nathan Salt, Man United plus England under-21 for Mail Sport, co-host of whatever that is. All right. Chelsea have fallen in love. Oh, of course. Chelsea and kids falling in love is match made in heaven. Chelsea have fallen in love with Jesus Rodriguez and are hopeful of landing the winger this summer. And look, wingers are, it's a position that we're looking for. Of course, everyone knows we're linked with Jamie Gittins. We potentially might look for another winger on top of that. Don't be surprised. Do not be surprised if ultimately, let's say, look, I know we're pursuing Gittins, but it may not happen. Do not be surprised if we end up buying players that you have no idea about and they're kids. Now, some people are still trying to justify this by saying, but miss, if they're quality, what's the problem? It's not about that, man. The problem is, do we want to be serious next season or do we still want to continue just developing kids? Because I would like us to see us compete in the Premier League and try and even win it. I'd like us to see us compete in the Champions League and try and even win it. Can you really do that with 19-year-olds? With Jesus Rodriguez? Don't you think we need some form of experience at the highest level to come in and help the kids that we already have? We have plenty of kids. But no, Chelsea are in love. They're in love, ladies and gentlemen, with Jesus Rodriguez and are hopeful of landing the winger this summer. Fans will be able to see his development in real time. We'll be able to see the development in real time. Live streaming his development at the under-21 Euros this summer. Let's see. Maybe we watch a few of these games and see exactly how he does. But ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Do you know who Jesus Rodriguez or Jesus Rodriguez is? Is he the type of talent that we need at Chelsea? I'm so sure some will comment that, Miz, trust me, I've watched this. He's that kid. He's him. I can't wait to see those comments. But let me know your thoughts, ladies and gentlemen, in the comment section. Now, we need to talk heavily on George Petrovic, asked to be left out of the Club World Cup squad, coming from Telegraph, I believe, from Matt Law. This is what is being now portrayed of George Petrovic now, ladies and gentlemen. They're making it seem like he's the one who doesn't want to be at Chelsea. They're making it seem like he's the villain. This is so typical of Chelsea Football Club, man. Look, I think I understand. I sort of, this is my opinion. This is how I understand the situation. I feel Chelsea directors, Maresca, I don't think they've ever rated George Petrovic, right? He wasn't meant to come into the frame last season. Well, not the season that just finished, but the season before that. He wasn't meant to come into the frame under Pochettino. But because Robert Sanchez was doing so well, we were forced to give Petrovic an opportunity, and Petrovic did well. Then by the end of the season, we all thought maybe Petrovic might stick around. He still had a lot to develop. And then the word was that he's not going to be able to perform exactly how Maresca wants his goalkeepers to perform on the ball. So he was sent to Strasbourg. So I feel like Chelsea never really appreciated Petrovic. I feel like they never rated him, and that includes Maresca. Now, Petrovic then goes and has a stellar season at Strasbourg. He does everything that you could imagine and dream of a player to do to get back into the team. So he does everything possible to make a statement, put his hand up to come into the Chelsea team. And now it almost feels like Chelsea finds themselves in a predicament that, oh shit, we didn't expect this to happen. We thought that he was going to have an okay season, and then we're going to sell him on to whoever. So now that he's done well, and we've not gone for Mike Mignon as well, the normal consensus in the fan base was that Petrovic becomes the number one goalkeeper because Sanchez, we've seen enough. We don't want him to be number one. It will be an absolute travesty. And Jurgensen's still got a lot to learn. Kepa's moved on. Penda's still young. Petrovic, undoubtedly, undisputed number one goalkeeper at Chelsea Football Club. So this is what the fans felt and thought, okay, no problems. We're not getting Marc Mignon, but hey, we've got Petrovic. And now Chelsea are making him look like a villain by saying, oh, but it's him who wants to leave. He's the one who wants to leave the football club. He's the one who's apparently, ladies and gentlemen, breaking. Petrovic wants to be guaranteed starter, something Chelsea cannot offer. Petrovic is going to try and find a new club. So all of a sudden, Petrovic demands to be a guaranteed starter. Okay, let's explore that for a second. Why not? Sure, become the guaranteed starter. What's bad about that? He's the best goalkeeper at the moment of all the goalkeepers that we have. What's so bad about him being guaranteed a starter? Something Chelsea cannot offer. Why? Why can't you offer that? Oh, but because Sanchez is there. Sanchez is the number one goalkeeper. I don't understand this fetish, this innate love for Robert Sanchez. Like, why? Sure, he's put on some good performance right at the end, but are we going to forget all the calamities that he's created since he's joined Chelsea Football Club? We're just going to forget all of that. The number of mistakes. There's a catalog. You can probably run a 10-minute compilation on all the mistakes that Robert Sanchez done. Are we going to sit here and pretend that, no, you know what? He's actually developing into a monster goalkeeper. So look, I've come to the conclusion that, ladies and gentlemen, Petrovic has not ever been rated by any of the Chelsea people, whether it's the manager, whether it's the hierarchies in terms of the directors, and it's become a problem that he's had a good season at Strasbourg, which is so insane to think he's actually become a problem after having a good season. I mean, how's some of these loanees meant to think? Like, if I have a good season, I could still be sold because they had a premeditated feeling towards me that I'm never going to make it. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts in regards to Petrovic, which is sad to see. George Petrovic is likely to leave Chelsea after being left out of their Club World Cup squad. Some interest from West Ham, but move to Europe is possible. Come from Jacob Steinberg. Yeah, I mean, I think he's going to be sold. He's going to be sold. And to all those fans that have backed these owners and this directorship saying, so many times to me as well, insulting me. Oh, believe me, Miz, we're going to keep him. We're going to keep him. He's done so well. This is exactly how the project works. I've been saying we're probably going to sell him. We're going to make a quick money out of him. This is what we want to do. Quick money. Not about building squad. It's about making a quick money. Building squad that can win you trophies, right? Major trophies. Check this out from Max. Chelsea leaving Georgia Petrovic out of the World Cup squad is an attempt at forcing a sale. That's what it all comes down to. Leaving you out so that you say you want to leave, and then we can paint the picture that, oh, you're the one who wants to leave. They hope that the player goes to the club and asks to leave, feeling he won't be the number one. Chelsea can then facilitate a simple sale as he has multiple clubs interested. The club convinced Petrovic that he would get a chance this season should he go to Strasbourg and improve his ball playing for Maresca's system, which he did. I mean, incredible. We convinced Petrovic to go to Strasbourg to improve so that he can make it into Chelsea Football Club, which he did. And now we're reneging from that. Another factor is that Petrovic also got given an automatic pay rise upon returning, as previously reported by journalists. So what's that? We can't afford his money now. He's done well. He's got an automatic increase. Now, you know what? Yeah, toodles. Find your club and you can get going. It's just insane what has happened over here. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, Chelsea and Arsenal have started making some calls for Jorel Hato. Look, Fabrizio, we've been linked with Jorel Hato for quite a bit now over the last few months. I don't mind this. I don't mind this player. He's got wealth of experience. He's young as well. So these are the type of young players I don't have any issues about. Young profile, but still have featured a lot of minutes, have played a lot of minutes, have featured in the European stage as well. So him coming to Chelsea, I think he'll be back up to Cucurella, back up to the left side at CB, so he can play LCB, he can play left back. So I've got no problems. I wish we'd done this early for Club World Cup, because we're going to Club World Cup with Cucurella only being the recognized left back. I know there can be makeshifts with Malo Gusto, potentially even one of the left-sided centre backs that we have could take that position, but it would have been nice if we just had a backup for Cucurella. We're going to go through the squad, but yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts in regards to Jorel Hato. I don't know whether we took Ishe Samuel Smith to Club World Cup, which we'll have a look right now. But yeah, this for me is a good link. It's a good signing if we do make it, but Arsenal are now in the mix as well. So we shall see. We shall see exactly what happens. This is the Club World Cup squad that has been announced, ladies and gentlemen. 4 goalkeepers: Sanchez, Jurgensen, Pendes, Slolina. I really don't know what Slolina is doing there. I really don't know why we got 4 goalkeepers. I think 3 would have been fine. We've got more goalkeepers than wingers, by the way, going into this competition. Sanchez will be the number 1 goalkeeper. I think Jurgensen might get some games here and there. Pendes and Slolina, look, they're just going to watch. I don't think Pendes is really going to get anything, even though he's been penciled down as the future of Chelsea Football Club. Defenders, 10 of them: Cucurella, Tosin, Badishil, Colwell, Sarr, Chalobah, James, Gusto, and Selmino is going, which is good to see. Achapong, once again, very, very good to see. Wesley Fofana misses out. We're going to talk about that down the track. Midfielders: Enzo Fernandez, Caicedo, Esugu, Santos, Dewsbury Hall, and Lavia. That's strong. I like the midfielders. That is a very, very strong midfield. And in fact, to be honest, I don't mind the back line either. I hope Reece James, if he has a strong outing, I think we're a very good chance to keep clean sheets, do well in defense, and James provides goals and assists up front. So this is so far not bad. The goalkeeping position worries me. It always has. If we had Mike Mignon, I think it would have looked so much better. Imagine Mike Mignon, then the defenders, then the midfielders, and the forwards up front, ladies and gentlemen. 8 of them: Liam Delap, Neto, Palmer, Madueke, Jackson, and Kunku, George, and Gu. No Sancho, no Mudryk. We could be a bit light here. It would have been nice had we just been able to get Gittins, even though Gittins I don't think is the levels that we need, but Gittins is someone who's okay, and maybe he could rekindle his Manchester City, ex-Manchester City Academy days with Parma and Lavia and so on and so forth, right? But yeah, that's the forward pack. I'm expecting a good outing from Chelsea. I really am. I know it looks a little bit underwhelming up front, but I think Delap will be a very big boost for us, along with Cole Palmer. I think there could be a good combination there. Jackson could potentially feature out wide as well. And hopefully Madueke, please, like, you need to start waking up and delivering consistently for Chelsea Football Club, and delivering at the highest order. Like, performances need to be very, very good. So yeah, that's the squad. Notable absentees now: João Felix, Raheem Sterling will not be part of Chelsea Club World Cup squad, ladies and gentlemen, and rightly so, man. Raheem Sterling was on loan at Arsenal. I think it's over between Chelsea and Raheem Sterling. He needs to move on. João Felix as well. It's over. Looking to move to Benfica. Raheem Sterling, we'll see where he ends up going. But this is fine. Nkunku being part of it, is he going to get game time or not? He's another one that huge question mark. Well, he's not really a question mark. He wants to leave Chelsea Football Club, and we're not really, giving him minutes. To be honest, Enzo Maresca, I don't think rates Nkunku yet. He's going to Club World Cup, and someone like Kendry Paez who's missed out. I feel like Kendry Paez probably could have done a lot with that opportunity at Club World Cup and gelling with that team. Which I know, I get it, because he's going to loan to Strasbourg, but he could have gone to the loan after the Club World Cup. And apparently Chelsea hierarchies they did promise Kendry Paez that you're going to go to Club World Cup, and right at the end took that away from the kid. So yeah, these are a couple of absenteeism. The other absenteeism is, of course, Wesley Fofana. As I said, Kendry Paez is another absenteeism. Wesley Fofana not in Chelsea's Club World Cup squad. Chelsea want him to focus on getting ready for next season, considered key defender. So look, looks like we're going to keep Wesley Fofana. There was rumors that we could potentially get rid of him as well, but we're going to keep him. Hopefully he can stay fit. That is the biggest factor for Wesley Fofana. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts about the Club World Cup squad. Do you think we stack up well? Do you think we stack up well against some of the top clubs around the world? This Club World Cup is going to be good, man. I'm very much looking forward to it, and I'm sticking strong with Chelsea that we can do something. Hopefully we can do something. Whether we can go and win it, I don't know, but hopefully we can go as far as possible, because there's a lot of money involved, man. The prize money is quite insane. The winner gets more than the Champions League winner. So winner of Club World Cup. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts about everything we spoke about. Real Betis, Jesus Rodriguez, young 19-year-old kid, another kid, and Petrovic story. What do you think about that? Comment section, smash up the like button. If you're here for the first time, subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Till next time, take care. See ya. Bye.